Today's video we'll be talking about the BCG Matrix. It's probably the most widely used and very popular, very trusted framework. BCG Matrix is usually used to analyze your current product line. So clear understanding about your product line need not just be products but also all your revenue streams. It helps you put them in perspective and understand which of them are giving you results, how are they working, what alterations need to happen in order for you to sustain them. This framework is also very useful when you have some extra cash lying and you want to make some investments in your current business. This kind of helps you lay out all your revenue streams and understand where you should be investing this extra money on. The BCG Matrix was developed in 1970s by the founder of BCG. It's also called the Growth Share Matrix. Founder Bruce Henderson said, in order to build a successful business portfolio, important to understand your cash cows in order to allocate throughout your portfolio and understand investing, understand which business units now you need to discontinue. BCG Matrix is essentially based on 4 assumptions. High market share brings high margins and cash flows. Growth requires cash to be maintained. High market share will be either earned or bought. No product market can grow forever. Charted out in 4 quadrants, where on the x-axis you would see relative market share and on the y-axis you would be seeing market growth rate. It divided products in these 4 quadrants, which is your star products, your cash cows, which essentially means products which are getting in a lot of money, the dog and the question mark. Discuss them all individually. Stars are high share, high growth product. They belong to extremely competitive industries. They may be expensive to develop, but it's good to invest behind them considering the long growth cycle that these products have and the profits that they yield over a period of time. So eventually the products in your star category or the businesses in the star category turn into your cash cows, but in a very competitive industry or industry which the landscape keeps changing very often, not always will a star turn into a cash cow. It can sometimes also turn into a dog. Cash cows are product with a high market share but slow growth rate. It will generate profits to you by investing very little amount of money. They need to be managed for continuous profit and cash flow. The products in these categories need to maintain their dominance in the industry. Profits generated from cash cows could also be used to fuel in investments for other products as well. The products which fall in the next category, which is question mark, are products which have a very high growth rate. They have a very low market share. Most businesses start as question marks. These businesses require a lot of cash flow or a lot of investment to maintain a position in the market and grow sustainably. Dogs are products which have low market share and low growth rate. Unless there are any other reasons to maintain this category, while taking a decision, it's better to liquidate this category. Normally, products which are in their declining stage of their product life cycle fall into this category. Let me explain the BCG matrix and the categorization of products with the help of an example. Let's take Pepsi as an example. We all know Pepsi as a soft drink company, but they have also ventured into other beverages like instant coffee, iced tea, breakfast items, food and snacks. Let's look at some of these products and categories under the BCG matrix. If you look at the star category, their energy drink Gatorade is very popular. It's a very fast growing category and it is definitely a star performer for the Pepsi franchise. So this energy product is a part of a fast growing industry. As for cash cows, Lay's and Cheetos are undoubtedly the giants of the market. 60% of the market share goes to these brands. They have a big chunk, but in a slow moving industry. Take question mark as an example. When Diet Coke was launched by Pepsi, it did pretty well between customers and enjoyed a good profit share till Coke launched its Diet equivalent. We did see a decline in the purchase of Diet Coke. It is a questionable industry. There is still debate on how healthy Diet Cokes really are, and though they have sustained, but as a product they haven't yet reached the dog category. Pepsi launched a clear Pepsi which did not have any color, and this product was taken off the shelf in 12 months because people did not see any point. It did not pick up when there was Pepsi. There was no added advantage that a clear Pepsi was adding. So this is a good example of a dog category. Other example could also be Apple. Apple has various products like a phone, laptop, AirPods, an Apple Watch. Let's look at all of these products under the BCG Matrix. In their star category, phones is something that falls in the star category. It does not fall in the cash cow category simply because of the competition that exists. 4 products fall into the cash cow category as for Apple products, which is their iTunes, their iPads, MacBook, and their Apple Watch. They still sustain to have a significant chunk of the market share. Questionable categories are their Apple TV and their AirPods, with smaller players getting into it with the same quality, and becoming challenging for Apple to maintain a good market share because of the sophistication in the music industry and the accessibility to music in general. Their AirPods have fallen into the dog category. In your business or with your clients or in your company, use the BCG Matrix. Let's say your client, your company, or you are looking at growth and expansion. You would do the BCG analysis. You would identify the products in your star and question mark category, and then you should invest in it because your products in these categories have higher growth potential. Sometimes you can invest in a question mark product and push it into a star category, and then later can advance it to becoming a cash cow. For your products in the cash cow category, if you cannot invest more, it's better to leave it alone. If something is working, it's better to not disturb it. So maintain your cash cows as is. For you to prevent leakage in your company or allocate your resources better, or when there is extra cash flow that happens and the company or your client or you need restructuring, you need to sack the products or the categories in which fall in the dog category and pull away your investments from them. And lastly, under certain circumstances, a product which is in your question mark category can quickly go into a dog category. So that needs to be accounted for. You should be aware of that. You should take measures, and when stakes get too high while investing or taking a decision for products in the question mark category, sometimes it's better to push them in the dog category and sack them. Considering how fast the market changes these days and how technological advancements have really accelerated a lot of industries, this practice and this exercise should happen as frequently as possible to shift your products from different categories and label them correctly. If a star has gone into a question mark, or question mark product has gone into a star or become a cash cow, this shift needs to be happen in order for you to invest your money wisely, know your resources and know where to allocate your resources better. This helps immensely in your growth strategies. Keep in mind that the goal is not to grow just one category, but to have a diversified portfolio and have products in each of these categories. A diversified portfolio ensures cash flow and a sustainable growth. Because if you, let's say, don't have products in the question mark category, you're missing out on the opportunity of a question mark category to become either a star product or a cash cow. If you do not have a star product, the chances of a question mark product becoming a cash cow is very unlikely. And if you haven't experimented enough, or it will eventually happen that a product has run its course and will inevitably fall in the dog category. Also, your results of experimentation can fall into a dog category, but experimentation is important because considering the change in the market, an experimented product can anytime become a star and then a cash cow. Okay, that's all for the BCG Matrix. It's pretty simple to understand, and it's put out in a very, very simplistic method. But when you sit to evaluate and look at your products or categories in this fashion, it puts focus and it helps you categorize your products, and categorizing your product is very important so that your further decisions could be taken like we spoke about in this video. So let me know in the comments below how did you like this video, if it was of use to you, and if you happen to have any confusion in terms of how to categorize your product, please reach out to me. We could probably do this together. Thank you so much for listening.